Hello guys, and how are you? I hope you're all well. So welcome to February's live chat. So people are busy. People have been a little bit crazy at the beginning of the year, and they've been saying to me, how much can I do and get away with it? They're not wanting to spend hours and hours in the gym or out running or in an exercise class. People are lacking time at the moment. So I always talk about my big bodybuilders, and I'll tell you why. It's because they're very, very efficient with their exercise. So a big fella will come into the gym and you'll say, what are you doing today? And they'll say chest. How long are you in for? 20 minutes. They're in, they do it, they're gone. And then they might come back later and do a different set of muscles. But they are highly efficient. And I think that's the idea behind your workouts. You've got to make your workouts as efficient as possible, which is often where I come in. I'm not making people do ridiculous amounts of exercise. I'm just making them do the right exercise with the right intensity for the right amount of time. So a little bit of fitness. Exactly how little can you do and still get fit? This is a question that most personal trainers have received at one point or another, particularly from people who don't particularly enjoy exercising. A new study suggests 1.7 miles per day might be the magic number. That's not that much, is it? Middle-aged men and women at risk of heart disease who walk at a moderate pace for just 1.7 miles a day can improve several important measures of their aerobic fitness. This, however, is the minimum, and exercising this way will not provide optimum benefits from both cardiovascular standpoint or a weight loss standpoint. So this is the minimum that you can do. The same research shows that jogging in your target heart rate area for nearly 3 miles a day will reap the greatest cardiovascular benefits. Still, 3 miles is not that much. So I know that might be a lot to some people that aren't runners or joggers or even walkers, but you can do 3.2 miles, which is 5k, in under half an hour. So that's like half an hour's exercise. And for optimal fat loss, this will depend entirely on your calorie intake, since maintaining a negative calorie balance is the only way to lose weight successfully. If you feel you're ready to commit to a healthy exercise regime, then now is the time. Get in touch with me. Let me know how you're doing. And if you need any help, of course, now is the time to do it. Accumulated walking. Now, the reason why I've been promoting walking is it's low impact. We've got a few runners that are injured, but they're all wanting to stay active. And of course, I've got Oscar the Husky, who I go out with all the time. But also, there's the idea if you get out and about, it makes such a difference to your quality of life. I can't even tell you. People forget. We spend so much time inside now. People forget what it's like to be outside in nature. As kids who stayed inside, when your mother said, come in, it's tea time, you were like, no, 5 more minutes. We didn't want to come in. And now everybody's inside, they're working, they're going from work to home, they're going into a gym to exercise, they're going to exercise classes, and very few of us actually get outside. So I'm a big fan of this, and of course I'm talking about getting outside and I'm talking about walking. And Oscar the Husky has just come down the stairs and put his head over my shoulder. So he knows the drill. So research reveals that 3 10-minute walks taken at different times of the day are as effective as relieving tension and anxiety as one 30-minute walk. To keep stress levels under control, take a quick walk before work, take a 10-minute stroll at lunchtime, and then finish your day with another walk around the neighbourhood when you get home. One recent study specifically examined the relationship between average accumulated steps per day and body composition in women. The research showed that those women who walked more had a lower percentage of body fat, as well as a smaller waist circumference, hip circumference, and waist to hip ratio. Additionally, the average body mass index of the women in this study who accumulated 10,000 steps or more per day was the recommended healthy range. Women in the study who accumulated less than 6,000 steps per day had less favourable body composition, and those who averaged 10,000 steps a day or more were better. If you're unsure how many steps you are accumulating per day, try wearing a pedometer on your waist. A pedometer is small, inexpensive device. You can get an app for your phone if you want to do it that way, but it is a revelation, and really, like seeing how many steps you take a day is shocking. I think one of my clients said she was lucky to do 3,000 when she was in the office. So then it really does show how inactive you are then on a daily basis. And isn't it crazy that you can, throw out those 10,000 steps in half an hour by having a little jog? So, the steps can be made up quickly. You don't have to be out there forever. But just taking 2 or 3 little walks a day will do it as well. So the idea is to get more active with your walking. I'm a big fan of the pedometer. I really am. It's a great thing to have. You can buy them for like $3.99 off Amazon if you want. As I say, you can have an app on your iPhone if you've got an iPhone. And it works very well, and it just monitors how many steps you're taking every day. And this will give you an idea of how active you are, whether you need to increase your activity or decrease your activity. Now, I say decrease because I know I've got a few runners out there that are slightly overtraining and we're getting a few injuries. So obviously those marathon runners are taking a lot of steps in their training. Now, I just want you to have a think about this. People come in and they spend 8 hours at work, and they come in from home and they're exhausted, and they're just unable to think about exercising. I can guarantee if you get out and walk, or if you get out and be a little bit more active, you will start to feel more energized, and it will make all the difference in the world. So the benefits of exercise. Do you know that only 30 minutes of moderate physical activity on most days of the week can lead to considerable health benefits? So, reduces your risk of heart disease and dying prematurely. That's always good, isn't it? Helps control weight, helps your heart and lungs work more efficiently, controls blood pressure, controls diabetes, reduces risk of cancer, reduces risks and helps manage arthritis and osteoporosis, helps you cope with stress, improves sleep pattern, increases your energy levels, improves your self-esteem, improves your overall mental health, and increases your capacity for physical work. And of course, it improves your flexibility, stability, and agility. Now, I just want to focus on that. I am a true believer in once your agility and your flexibility starts to decrease, that's when people start to feel old. So if you keep your flexibility and you maintain your agility, then suddenly you feel youthful and your body will act youthful. So a typical example of this is, when you're younger, you think nothing of hopping up on a stool to change a light bulb. You think nothing of going up the ladders to paint the ceiling. This doesn't bother you whatsoever. But as we get older, suddenly the flexibility, the agility, because you're not doing it all the time, your balance is affected. And suddenly these small things that were just nothing when you were younger suddenly become more difficult. So yoga, Pilates, walking, these aren't very strenuous exercises, but they will make a difference to your body, to your life, and to your health in general. While 30 minutes of physical activity might initially sound like a lot, the good news is that as little as 10 minutes of continuous physical activity performed 3 times throughout the day can have similar health benefits as 30 minutes performed all at once. So this is for the people that are struggling with time. Have you got 10 minutes? Have you? I bet you have. Ultimately, after you have created a habit of exercising regularly, try to aim for 30 to 60 minutes of exercise 4 to 7 days a week. So this is where the doggies do come into play, you know what I mean? You can take them out and they're very grateful for it. But I would team up with a friend, go walking with a friend, go jogging with a friend. If you make that appointment, a lot of the time people hire me, they're making the appointment and they won't break the appointment with me, and that's why it works. So if you can't hire me presently, get a friend to buddy up with you and make the most of that friendship by doing something together. It doesn't have to be for very long. I always say, when you think about going out for a walk, or you think about going to an exercise class or to the gym, you think, oh dear, do I have to? But because you're meeting your friend, you think, well, okay, I'll go. And you both say to each other, oh, we'll just go out for 10 minutes. I can guarantee you'll always do more than 10 minutes. You always will. The amount of times I've left the house and I've said, I'm just going to go 10 minutes. And next thing you know, I'm 20 minutes down the road, 20 minutes back, and I've done 40 minutes. I only planned to go out for 10. So I'm telling you now, you'll definitely do more than the 10 minutes recommended. So I want you to just have a little listen to the little live chat that I've done. We're looking for a little bit of fitness. I know you've been busy. I know it's been crazy. But fitting in a little bit of exercise, taking the stairs instead of the elevator and stuff like that, will make a difference to your health. If we all walked around with our hearts and our lungs on the outside of our bodies, we'd be super healthy, because we wouldn't want anyone else to know how unfit we are. But they're not, they're on the inside, so people tend not to think about them. Now, my poor mommy has been backwards and forwards to the doctors with her blood pressure, and my mum is very inactive, and she's a large lady and she's bad on her legs, and she also suffers from macular degenerative disease, which means she doesn't see very much. If ever there is an advert for what inactivity will do, it's my poor mommy. So I'm now trying to get her more active. I'm trying to get her moving. Once you stop, that is when you fall apart. You may always be striving for the perfect size 8. You may always be striving for ultimate fitness. You may always be striving for muscles and all sorts. But as long as you are striving, you will be one step nearer to your goal than if you throw the towel in altogether. As soon as you throw that towel in, that's when the trouble really starts. So this week, this month, I know you've been busy, but I want you to find those 10 minutes, and I want you to get outside, and I want you to walk, I want you to jog, or I want you to buddy up with someone, and I really want you to find out how active you are as well. So get a pedometer, get it on your iPhone, and check yourself just how active you are. It will be an eye-opener, I can guarantee. So I will speak to you very soon. I hope you're well. And if you've got any questions, just get in touch with me. You know where I am. And I will speak to you very soon. All right then. Bye.